At this time, I'd like to invite the kids to come down here to sit on the second row. We're going to have a kind of a short children's moment for you today. So second row there, little John, not the front row, okay? Don't climb over, walk around. So I'm climbing under, that's better than climbing over. So Joey, you come up here too, please. Wash your rage, and you shall forward. So, one night last summer, there's a content warning here. The following images contain material that may be alarming to some adults, but kids should be okay. So one night last summer, I was sleeping soundly in my bed, but the alarm on my phone woke me up because we have a security system here at the church, and there was some motion that was detected. Kids, are you listening? So I came over here to the church and made sure the windows were all locked, the lights were off, the doors were locked, so I didn't know what the problem was. I went back home and I went back to bed. But you know what happened? The next day, I looked on the security footage, and there had been a picture that was taken at 2:28 in the morning. And let me apply some sophisticated digitation techniques so you can see better. Look what the security camera picked up. Well, I was shocked, and I'm a little concerned even sharing this with you here this morning. But for the next few days, I didn't say anything to anyone. I just kept this deep, dark secret to myself, but I would creep over and check the lights and check the doors, and everything was still okay until another day, I picked up this on the security footage the next day. Can you see what that is?
No.
Let's apply those digitation techniques again. Look at that. There was a red blob who could curl himself up like a carpet, a throw rug, downstairs in the fellowship room. So by this point, I was really concerned. So without telling my wife and my son, I started sleeping here in the church office. And then one night, I crept downstairs in the middle of the night. I was like a hobbit going to get my second breakfast. And right there in the kitchen, I found him red-handed. He had just made a hamburger. But you know what? That was pretty scary. You're laughing, and I'm laughing too. But it was pretty scary because he quickly threw down the hamburger and raised up his spatula and started coming toward me. So I was really scared. We were like two gunmen kind of squaring off at the OK Corral. But I thought quickly, and I gave him a water bottle, and then I backed off, and guess what? He came down, and we sat down at the table, and he started telling me his story. Now, his name is too hard for me to say, so we'll just call him Fred today, okay? So Fred, he had one little brother and two little sisters. That was his family. And a long time ago, his people, we can call them the Red Blob people, they lived in the mountains and the valleys, and they were everywhere. But you know what? They had a big, big problem. You know what their problem was? They loved to complain. They were chronic complainers. And you see them there complaining about something. They were hateful and spiteful and belligerent in their complaining. But you know what happened whenever they complained? They started melting. Just like soft ice cream that you might get that sits out in the sun at Dairy Queen. Yeah, they melt like snow, like ice cream. And so finally, a lot of Fred's people all melted because they couldn't stop complaining. And they were so hateful in all the things they complained about. They were just attacking each other with their words. Well, there were only a few of Fred's people that were left, and you can see that they were mourning and they were lamenting because so many of their people had all melted and gone away. But they learned a lesson, and their lesson was they needed to focus on words that built people up, and not complaining, but grateful thanksgiving, and using their mouths to say good things. So that's Fred's story in a nutshell. But let me tell you a few more things. You see, Fred and I have since become good friends. And he's been helping out with things around here at church. Some of you think I bought a robot vacuum cleaner, but you know who's really been doing all the vacuuming? Fred. And he's even been mowing the lawn when nobody's here. But it's a big secret. You're the first people I told about. So Fred and I have done lots of things together. We've taken pictures together. And if you would like, little John, would you like to take a picture with Fred? The only thing you have to do, he might ask you for a hamburger. You think that would be okay? So that's our children's lesson for today. But kids, after our morning offering, we're going to pray for you, and then you're going to go over to children's church. But adults and kids, let's read from God's Word together, okay? Could you read this verse with me? Do everything without grumbling or arguing, so that you may become blameless and pure, children of God without fault in a warped and crooked generation. Then you will shine among them like stars in the sky. So kids, when you go over to junior church today, be careful. Just look around, because you might see Fred there kind of trying to squeeze into a door, or he might even be hiding under your table. So if you see Fred, let me know about it, okay? Or maybe I can introduce you later.
Okay. You're not even a
Is
real
Fred
mom.
real?
Yeah.
He thinks he's real. So let's, Mr. Red, would you pray for our morning offering?